I've had that experience too.
Yeah, but it was a good learning. It helped me then, but maybe now I want it to be more like free, but also, of course, I'm inspired by all the directors I like, I guess.
Good answer, thank you.
And also, I just wanted to say that together with the cinematographer, we also didn't talk a lot about reference films, but we looked at photographies. So she had a lot of books with photographies, and we just chose together what photographies we liked.
I didn't realize it was a female cinematographer. That now makes a lot of sense.
A female, yeah.
Yeah.
It is, yeah. It's also her first feature film.
Oh, brilliant, great.
Yeah, so that was really important for me, actually, that I wanted to have a female cinematographer, because I wanted to have like the female gaze, because it was from her perspective, Eva's perspective, and I'm a female director, and I wanted, and also because of the intimate scenes, I was thinking nudity and intimate scenes, that it would be safe also for Pia, the actress, to have a female cinematographer, and she was really happy about that also, because I think she could more relax. So it was like safe. And we had an intimacy coordinator as well, working on it. So.
Good.
Yes. So that's a really, I would never do this without the intimacy coordinator, to be honest.
And the intimacy coordination in the film is really strong.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah. And that's because of that, So,
But talking about international films, Elizabeth, I was thinking to ask you a question. Because a lot of people wonder, during the last few years, Norwegian films, they have been doing quite well internationally, Berlin, Cannes, the Oscars, And a lot of people, ask, what's the secret behind the Norwegian success? And I was wondering, do we have a
No. Well, I have to, from my perspective, so I'm representing the Norwegian Filmmakers Association, and I've been involved in the organization on and off for the past 20 years, and I've been sort of contemporary. I'm a director myself originally, and I started in the industry that coincides with the sort of new generation that came up in the early 2000s. And at the time, there were a few sort of solo achievements where some standout directors were able to make feature films that did go to important festivals. But it almost seemed like it was in spite of the system than because of the system. And so one of my takeaways from 20 years in the industry in Norway now is that where there's been a lot of things, it's a small country, it has been a small industry, but the sheer volume now of filmmakers and talent, with the advent of the Norwegian Film School and generation that educated teams of directors, writers, producers, but also other vital functions, DOPs, production designers, editors and sound designers, we matured as an industry, and then on top of that we've had the Institute doing a lot of things right when it came to actually not just letting people sort of run off the cliff or dive in at the deep end and see if they would sink or swim. You're actually now building resources around them for them to be able to have their first feature film experience in the safe way, in a constructive way, with experience or around them. And if they don't have the experience, then you provide them with resources to succeed. And I think that if you take sports analogies, this is how you breed athletes. That's what the sports world has done for ages. And it's ridiculous that we, as an industry of performance in the arts, have not adopted those techniques. And it's quite telling that in Norway we have a separate government body that's called Talent Norway that is cooperating with the top bodies within the sports. The Olympic scheme that we've had, we've just finished the Olympics with an amazing amount of gold medals, and we're standing in their shadow, but now that we've got 11 Oscar nominations, we kind of feel up and sort of competing with them. But I think it's about, and I think also at some point, what the fruits that are being ripe now in the new scheme is also in a way come out of frustration, because we've had a lot of talents who've been treading the water in short films for so many years that regardless of age now, they have been it's been proven talent that have finally been given the right moment and the right resource and the right team around them to come out in feature films in the right way. So I think it's all about the support you've built around them, and not just expecting them to perform amazingly on the first attempt, as if it was kind of like you've got to have the talent, but you also have to have the conditions that are right for you to be able to perform at this level. So I think that's the amazing, so there's no sort of hidden success, secret to the success. It's about all of the things coming together in a good way with the right talent who have had the time to mature as talents as well. So I think that's somehow, you know, you can't have the system without the talents, but the talents are not going to succeed without having a support system around them.